Okay, hello everybody. It's another Friday, another Icon Adventures interview or video. I must admit, I did skip the last couple of weeks. Been very naughty, but we're back. And this week we've got Stephanie Dale with us. Hello, Stephanie. I'll introduce Stephanie very shortly. But basically, all this is about is we've got a trip to the Carnarvon Gorges. We're going out glamping. We're going out walking, and we're also going out. Something a bit different that we haven't done at Icon Adventures before. So this is new for us. So listen up for all those creative types out there. We're going to do a writing and walking trip, and Stephanie here is our writing guru. I'm sure you'd like to be called a guru. So first of all, hello Stephanie, and please introduce yourself. Tell us about you. And
yeah, hi Suzanne. Hi everybody. So I'm Stephanie. I am a journalist by trade. I have a couple of published books, and for the last 6 years, I have been driving around the outback doing writing workshops for people in isolated areas, and it very quickly moved me into the writing for well-being field. So this isn't just for people who are identify themselves as creative or writers. I've learned that anybody can write a book, and anybody can write anything, or a blog, or whatever it is you long to write. If you've got the longing, you've got the ability. I've seen people who have no idea. They come along to a writing workshop to support their friend, and two of those people already have books published. They're sitting there really deep.
So you and I are going to go on this trip. It's just a 5-day adventure, and we've also got an ecologist that's coming with us as well as our hiking guide. But it's not going to be, when you think of a writing workshop, it's sitting behind a desk and writing. How is this going to work?
It's going to work around campfires. It's going to work out in the forest. It's going to work, everybody will have a notebook, a small notebook in their pocket. It works. There's something about writing that just triggers our thoughts.
So how do you give the guidance then? Like if somebody comes on, like you said, you had two ladies that came along as not support people, but just came along for a writing and workshop before, but thinking, I'm not going to write, but ended up publishing 2 books, which is quite incredible. So how do you give the guidance then? What's your role? Are you like the editor or the...
No, we do no editing. It's about facilitating the human heart on a process of self-discovery. It's about rest and renewal. Up until now, I've been doing walking and writing across the Camino as well, just short bursts, maybe 10 days. And most people who come on that journey are not writers. They don't consider themselves writers. And yet the outcomes for them are profound. So it's a well-being process. 2 words, well-being, it's a way, it's a pathway to recovery, to self-empowerment. Yeah, it's a process. It's an invaluable process. So how I facilitate it, really all I do is hold the space, and we take the deep dive, and I'm available throughout the time that we're together for conversations one-to-one as well. It doesn't all have to be group work.
Yeah, okay. So my next question was how experienced do the writers have to be? So they don't have to be experienced at all.
It's extraordinary. If you have, and I mean even the most basic literacy. I've worked with adults who've only just learned to read and write, and I had the privilege of facilitating them as they write the first story they've ever written in their life. And everybody can do this. Everybody can do it, and they can do it well. If you have the longing, you have the ability. That's what I've learned in 6 years. 2,000 people have come through these workshops. If you have the longing, you have the ability.
So how many people? 2,000, did you say?
Yeah. Over the last 6 years, there's about 2,000 people who have come through the workshops.
What's the story with walking and writing? Why do you think, what differences, what effect does walking have, or getting out to nature, or and I should also add, just in case people are concerned, this is not hardcore trekking. We're not going out at 6 a.m. in the morning as the sun is rising with big backpacks and anything like this. This is going to be guided by the group, I should say, casual hiking at a level that everybody can cope with. We've got an ecologist that's going with us, so he's an absolute legend with fauna and flora, so it's a learning process as well. But my question was to you, how does that help with the writing, do you feel?
Look, there's something about walking that puts you in touch with the voices in your head. And those voices are shaping our lives every moment of every day. And all I can say to people is it's best you know these voices. They're terrorizing us. We've got terrorists on the inside. And writing is a way of making them visible, making them accountable, getting them down on a piece of paper where and emptying, you know, our physical bodies carry the stories in our head. We empty the physical body of the old stories, and slowly the shoulders begin to loosen and the jaw begins to loosen and the headaches go, and you know, we just calm things down. I was reading yesterday about a study about stress and its connection to inflammation in the physical body, and I thought, wow, you know, of all the things a human can suffer, stress is a story.
Mm.
That's what it is. It's a story. It's a voice in our head, and it's usually based on the future, which hasn't happened yet.
So just explain why it's pen and paper and not laptops.
Laptops and computers are a focused editing type process / tool. They keep us sharp, and there are important times when we need to sharp, and we need to be edited, and we need to be tight. Handwriting, especially out in a place that's somewhere, you know, wild or wildish, even a garden. Handwriting gives us a direct connection to the deeper human heart that the computer, with its, you know, our eyes focused, everything alert, sitting out under a tree with pen and paper, now we can begin.
Okay. So the link will be, I point that way, so I'm assuming it's going to be down below where we're videoing now. And that is the 31st of August to the 4th of September this year. So short notice. Everything has to be short notice at the moment, but it's going to be a great time. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your time, Stephanie. And
I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, no, it'll be fun.